Bhagavad Gita. Om Jaya Bhagavad Gita. Hariya Kamala Viharini.
Hariya Kamala Viharini.
Sundara Supunite. Om Jaya Bhagavad Gita.
Om Swastiastu, Namaste.
Om
I
Swastiastu.
have a privilege and distinct pleasure to join all of you in this very beautiful seminar of International Bhagavad Gita Conference, Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. As we are today celebrating the Bhagavad Gita Jayanti, I think this is very sacred day. Today, as Guruji Prabhu said, this is a very blessed day, and we could feel the universality of Bhagavad Gita. So with this, I would like to bring you to some historical part of how the feeling of universality of Bhagavad Gita. If you recall, in 1961, exactly on the 20th of January 1961, when John F. Kennedy, the President of the United States, had his inaugural address, he said, "My fellow America, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what can do for your country." And he's not alone saying this. Even Khalil Gibran in 1925, Khalil Gibran is a Lebanese born poet. In 1925, he also mentions about something which refer to Bhagavad Gita. He is, of course, Khalil Gibran, well known in his beautiful a poet. It's called The Prophet. And in 1925, Khalil Gibran wrote an open letter to Lebanese parliament, a very well-known open letter with the title, "The New Frontier." He questions, I quote, "Are you a politician asking what your country can do for you, or a zealous one asking what you can do for your country?" Well, when even before that, Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. in 1884, exactly on the 30th of May, 1884, during the Memorial Day address in Quinn, New Hampshire in the United States, he also wrote something very interesting and very much similar to what Kennedy said. To recall what our country has done for each of us, quotes, and to ask ourselves what we can do for our country in return. So, not to mention what Mahatma Gandhi inspired us on Bhagavad Gita, and what also Einstein inspired us about Bhagavad Gita. But what I quoted just now from Kennedy, from Khalil Gibran, and from Oliver Wendell, it's all reminded us with one of the praise of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 47, which mentioning karmani evadikaraste mappalesu kadaschana. This is very, very famous words, very famous wisdom brought about by the Bhagavad Gita to all humanity all over the world, which inspire so many leaders in the world. So as we discuss about the universality of Bhagavad Gita, which is also very famous as jewel of spiritual wisdom, which provides a definitive guide to the science of self-realization. Bhagavad Gita brings us a narrative framework of a beautiful and sacred dialogue, of course, during Mahabharata and Bharata Yuddha, the early phase of Bharata Yuddha between Arjuna and Krishna, which actually tell us the moral dilemma and despair about the violence and death a war would cause. And this is really a beautiful dialogue. Bhagavad Gita is beautiful dialogue which covers a broad range of spiritual topics, touching upon ethical dilemmas and philosophical issues that even go far beyond the Bharata Yuddha itself. So, distinguished colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, so the Bhagavad Gita actually gave us a spiritual guidance, as how we interpret our life, live as a learning process. Guruji Prabhu just said, this is a process which we learn again and again. So this brings me to what Mahatma Gandhi said, I quote, live as if you were to die tomorrow, and learn as if you were to live forever. So what will be the end of this objective? What will be the end of this learning process? Of course, happiness. And to close my brief remarks, I quote again Mahatma Gandhi, which he says, happiness is when you think what you say and what you do in harmony. This brings me to what our religion, Hindu, taught us about Trikaya Parisuddha, Manasika, Vachika, and Kayika. Thank you so much. And with this, I would like to continue the proceedings of our seminar and conference. Today, I have a very well-known 9 speaker with me as the first session, which brought by Guruji Prabhu. The first speaker, I would like to invite now Lieutenant General Dr. Wayan Midyo. So he is a very well-known person in Indonesia. So I would like him to give 5 minutes remarks, as we have a very precious time with us all. So with your permission, I would like to invite Dr. Wayan Midyo. You have the floor, Pak.
Thank you very much.
Daripada prema dan abanon karena